Welcome back to the Executive Dad Podcast. I'm your host, Nick, and this is episode 6 of the podcast, but the second episode in our solo series diving in to the United States Marine Corps leadership principles and how we can take them and the hard work that the Marine Corps University does to break them down and translate them into how we can be effective leaders both at home and the workplace. So diving in to the second leadership principle. If you didn't hear the first episode, go 2 episodes back and start there. I think you'll get a lot of benefit of following every single episode where we examine the principle. So principle number 2, be technically and tactically proficient. Now, in the Marine Corps, to be technically and tactically proficient, that was me as a platoon commander or a company commander training my Marines effectively so that we could locate, close with, and destroy the enemy or execute the mission that we were assigned. And how do we use that as an executive dad? So really we have to answer the question, and we're going to break these down piece by piece, is do you have the knowledge, the experience, the information, and the abilities that you need to be an effective leader in the workplace, in your career, but also in the home? Are you an effective leader setting the example for your children and being a great partner at home? So we're going to break these down piece by piece. Again, shout out to the Marine Corps University, who does amazing work, both training, education, and provides these tools for us. So number 1, seek out a well-rounded education. Seek out a well-rounded education. And this is an immediate challenge to myself and other executive dads. It's, what are your inputs? What are you reading? What are you listening to? What are you watching on a daily basis to educate yourself on being a leader, to learning the skills, the techniques necessary to be effective in the workplace, in your career, whatever that role may be, and also at home? You know, I talk a lot about auditing your inputs. Do you need to stop watching crap TV? Do you need to stop listening to BS podcast or news radio or watching the news or whatever to clear your mind of negativity, clear your mind of junk? It's just like what we eat, right? We're consuming these things and we underestimate the impact it has on us. When we consume negativity, it's impacting. So are you seeking out that well-rounded education to level yourself up to reach your goals as the executive dad? Are you reading about leadership? Are you enhancing or learning about effective communication with your partner, with your team, with your boss? Are you learning about managing up in your career? Or are you just okay with the status quo? So number 1, seek out a well-rounded education to be technically and tactically proficient. Number 2, seek out and associate with other capable leaders. Observe and study their actions. What are you currently learning from other executive dads, executive moms? What are you learning from your kids? How are you seeking out other leaders? I'll use the example of this podcast. It is a selfish desire for me to have this podcast because I get to seek out and learn from my guests. And I have guests from many different areas. My last episode, if you listen to it, we had Scott, who is a real estate investor and a electrical engineer. We've had Danny, who's in the outdoor behavioral health space. We had Jason, who is a world-class gymnastics coach and now an executive coach. We've got school principals and we've got health and fitness leaders coming on the show in a few weeks. And my selfish reason for having this show is that I can seek out these individuals and learn from them. How are they being successful? What are the techniques and tactics they're using to level up their careers and to be effective and efficient executive dads? So are you seeking out and associating with other leaders and then learning from them? I am so fortunate to have these amazing friends that I've had from high school and college, the Matt, the Andrew, the Aaron, all of these people that are also amazing dads. I've been able to watch them over the last 5-10 years before I had Ruby just set the example for us as friends of what it means to be a great dad. So I'm constantly trying to learn from them. How can I be a better and more effective dad, and learning from others how to be a better and effective leader in my career. Number 3, broaden your knowledge through association with members of the other U.S. Armed Forces. Now, I left that in there just to give a frame of reference, but for you and the executive dad, I want you to broaden your knowledge from people that are different than you. It is so easy to get comfortable in our echo chambers from information. We surround ourselves with people who look, think, and act like we do, but it is a big world out there. Again, one of the reasons I'm excited about having the show is I can invite people who have very different opinions, very different lives, very different backgrounds than I have had, and I can learn from them. And I challenge you to seek out, again, it's a common trend, we're seeking out people who are different than us. They have different upbringings. They have different influences in their life. They have different careers. They have different affiliations, whatever those may be. Get out of your echo chamber, get out of your comfort zone, get to that learning zone that we talk about in Sherpa Executive Coaching, and learn and grow by associating yourself with people that are different from you. And then last but not least, seek opportunities to apply the knowledge you're learning and input the behavior changes that you need to be effective. Seek out opportunities to put into action the things that you learned in order to create a positive impact on your career, your business, and your family. It's okay to consume a lot of information, to learn from others, to look at the examples, to learn from our mistakes. But if we aren't seeking out opportunities to put change in place, to put positive behavior changes in place, then there's really no point. So my challenge to you as we walk away today from this episode, a quick one, examining this leadership principle, is to analyze your inputs. Think about, where do I need to make changes in my behavior to create a positive impact on my family? And to close it out, we're going to wrap these up. But the common theme in all of these was the word seek. We are seeking out a well-rounded education. We're seeking out and associating with other executive dads, executive leaders, other great parents, moms and dads. We're seeking out people who are different from us, and we're seeking opportunities to put in place these things we're learning and to put in place positive behavior changes. So my question for you is, how are you seeking out growth in your life right now? Growth in your career, growth as a parent. And you're not always going to succeed. You're going to fail. My recommendation is fail forward, learn from your mistakes, and grow quickly so that you can be the best leader in the workplace and leader at home, again, to create a positive impact on your family and a positive impact on your business and career. That's the episode today, guys. I appreciate you listening. If you like the episode, please leave us a comment. Let me know how you're going to seek out positive change in your life. If you like the episode, leave us a 5-star review, and I'll see you on the next episode.